Wow. That was a Sunday night football game by the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. I can't tell if that was an amazing game, a great game, or one of the sloppiest games I've ever seen. With all the fumbles and the turnovers, I mean, we could chalk it up to being like a crazy divisional game, but I mean, like, that was I'm honestly still piecing it together. Josh Allen with the red zone interception. I mean, the fumbles early on, scoring 3 points in the first half. It was a messy game all around for both teams, really. But as Collinsworth pointed out, when it felt like maybe the Bills were going to win, he said, if the Patriots lose this game, they'll have no one but to blame but themselves. And so I think a moment like that is important because even if the Buffalo Bills found a way to win this game, it would still be important to recognize that this was a messy game for the Bills. 11 penalties. Diggs absolutely feasted. 10 catches for 146 yards. Cook had 15 carries for 49 yards. 29 carries for 118 yards rushing for the team as a whole. Josh Allen had to be the lead rusher. 9 carries for 53 yards. 253 yards passing. 2 touchdowns, 103.3 passer rating. But I mean, like, everything felt so difficult for the Buffalo Bills. Everything felt so difficult. There was times that, like, Josh Allen, like, and this is what we went back to, where Josh Allen is just playing backyard ball because he's just, like, trying to buy time in the pocket and just wait and wait and wait, and no one's getting open. Like, it's just wait and wait and wait, and then everything just falls out of rhythm. And it's just... again, you can credit the New England Patriots for their defense, which they definitely deserve a ton of credit. And you could also criticize the Buffalo Bills and their execution and the turnovers that they had, because when you some of the turnovers were just straight up gifted. Those were true, just gifted. Here you go, have the ball. And it's just tough to win games that way. This is the modern NFL, man. Like, this is... I really think we're just in this new era of football right now, where pendulums are always constantly swinging. You need a great O-line. You need a great pass rush. You need great receivers. You need a great run game. You need a great quarterback. You need a great coach. You need a defensive head coach. You need an offensive head coach. Everything keeps changing. Everything keeps changing. And we always know, obviously, turnovers are so important. But it just seems like right now, these days, no lead is safe. Just like how it was in basketball, how like a 20-point swing was just kind of like... First, it was like the big, oh my God, they were down by 20, and now it's like you see each team has a 15-0 run. Each team at least has one 15-0 run throughout just any regular game, whether they're great, whether they're bad, whether they're whatever. And we're just in this new weird modern era of football right now, and that I think honestly everyone's still just kind of wrestling with it right now. Every game has been close this season. Every single game. I mean, it's outrageous. There's been a lot of... Historically, we know there's plenty of, most games are one-score games, but, like, these are truly coming to the final possession now, right? Like, truly where it's, like, truly in the balance. We have a lot of one-score games when it's, like, clear the one team is clearly in the driver's seat. It's like, it's just the other team put up a field goal or a touchdown in the final 45 seconds of the game, so it's technically a one-score game, but it's like, is it really? These are becoming true one-score, coming down to the final seconds right now, and it's wild. And so turnovers in situational football is crucial. And what happened in this? I almost said Mac Jones. Drake May is about to get sacked, and he throws up a prayer. He was probably really just trying to just get rid of the ball. Diggs is able to catch it, fingertips, just above a blade of grass. Boom. Just a play like that, that's the game. I mean, like, that becomes the game. It gets, if you zoom in enough, you're just like, that's the difference between winning and losing. That tiny little play, And I tell you what the Buffalo Bills did. They saved the Eagles right now. Because the Philadelphia Eagles, everybody was going to yell at them for losing. And, oh, my gosh, how dare you lose to the Denver Broncos, Jalen Hurts, and this or that. And you got Josh Allen, who is the best quarterback in the NFL, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, throws a red zone interception and puts up 3 points at halftime. It happens. I mean, that's just the reality. That's why if you guys notice, so many of my videos, I'm always pushing back on the doom and gloom, no matter what team we're talking about it. When Colin's trying to bury the Kansas City Chiefs and saying their Super Bowl window's closed, I'm like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? When everyone wants to panic and say, oh, the Philadelphia Eagles are a terrible team. It's like, no, they're not. And then lo and behold, they win the Super Bowl. And now make no mistake about it. See what they're going to try to pretend now about the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be all doom and gloom. And yet, you just can't win every game. But that doesn't mean that you just chalk it up to, you can't win every game. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? This was not a great game by the Buffalo Bills. 11 penalties. 11 penalties. And the Patriots were playing their part in keeping the Bills alive with their awful penalties. Penalties that really had huge repercussions on the Bills that benefited them. So like I said, even if they ended up pulling off a win here, it still really would have needed to be deeply unpacked. Not to mention, this is where the Bills always struggle defensively in these gotta have it moments. Gotta stop the other team. Gotta give our guy a chance to get the ball back or stop them from scoring. And they just can seemingly never do it. And we see those moments happen a lot, especially in the playoffs. Against the Bills. It was against the Ravens. They got lucky that Mark Andrews just drops the ball. I mean, let's just call it what it is. And then when they needed to stop against the Kansas City Chiefs, they couldn't get it done. And that does fall on the shoulders of Sean McDermott. I mean, how many times are you watching a game when you're just like, wow, can't believe Sean McDermott dialed that up at that moment? It just doesn't happen enough. It just doesn't. And so, when you're looking at a team like the Buffalo Bills, right, in a lot of ways, a game like this doesn't matter that much. It does and it doesn't, because you're like, what are they going to do in January? What are they going to do in the AFC Championship game against probably the Kansas City Chiefs? I mean, let's face it, that's probably who it'll end up being. And it's like, what are you going to do? But I don't like to just look at teams through the lens of playoffs, right? To me, that's a lazy way of looking at things. It's a boring way of looking at things. It's October now. I don't want to just act like nothing matters. So you're all looking at a team like the Buffalo Bills, the Eagles, any of these top playoff teams that are, have true Super Bowl hopes. It's just like, what do they need to work on? Where are things going wrong? What are you playing for right now? And the Buffalo Bills are playing for the 1 seed, obviously, right? That's what this is all about. That's what the season's all about right now. Getting the 1 seed, getting the first round bye, being healthy, refining your plan of attack, refining your big moments, because just because someone's great in these clutch moments, it's like anything. You get rusty. So in these moments, you gotta kind of hit the reset button. I know Josh Allen's clutch. I know Patrick Mahomes is clutch. I know all any of these other great teams and players are clutch. But it's like throughout the season, you got to show up. Just because you did it last year doesn't mean you're ready to do it this year, right? Josh Allen has to get back in shape and has to, work on throwing the ball to warm up, in April, May, June, July, and August, right? Like he has to get back in the swing of things, and you have to get back in the swing of things of how to make big plays and big moments as well. It's really no different. And so this is one of those moments when you're like, okay, this is a closer game than you would want it to be. What do you got? They were able to come back, tie the game up. Would have obviously liked a touchdown, would have liked to have been able to convert and have a lot more success there. Unable to do that. And so it's like, okay, what can your defense do? And he gives up a game-winning field goal. So, yeah. It's not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. But you drop a game to the New Orleans. Man. It's late. To the New England Patriots. And they're just a game behind now, right? So it just opens up the door that should not be open for the Buffalo Bills. And the problem is that, and this is what's going to happen with the Philadelphia Eagles. When you lose a game like this, and now everyone starts to go backwards, and they're like, well, they could have lost to the Ravens, and, well, they could have lost to the Dolphins if it wasn't for Tua's interception. I mean, my gosh. And, well, they lost this game, and the same thing with the Eagles. The Eagles could have lost to the Bucs. They could have lost to the Rams and the Chiefs. Both these teams could just be a 1-win team right now, right? The 2 undefeated teams could theoretically be a 1-win team. And what does that mean? It just means the margin of error in this season is non-existent. That's what it means. It's absolutely positively non-existent. Sam Darnold played out of his mind. He had one of the best games I've seen all year so far. Out of his mind. hits the helmet of a lineman, turns into an interception, game over, done. See ya. Bye. Doesn't matter. Made some of the most extraordinary plays. He made Josh Allen plays. Doesn't matter. Turnover, boom, done. Game over. You lose. That's what these games are turning into. A.J. Brown didn't run the full route. Doesn't turn into a touchdown. You're done. Goodbye. See ya. You lost. Go home. I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It's honestly, it's crazy at this point how thin all of this is coming down to right now. I mean, it's exciting. It's stressful, honestly, watching these games. But I just think it's something that fans should be aware of right now. This was the 6th game where a double-digit loss, a team was down by double digits and came back. Now, the Bills didn't win, but that's what I'm saying. Double-digit leads are just getting erased like it's nothing. Everything is coming down to last-second field goals. Field goals, 55-yarders are now pretty much guaranteed. 60-yarders are pretty much like, yeah, 60-yarder, that's a good shot. We'll take it. Like, it's just, football is a-changing. Football is a-changing. And right now, I don't think the style where you just kind of scramble a bit and you're just kind of dancing around for 8 seconds and you're just hoping for a big play, I don't think that's going to reliably and consistently be able to win. I just don't. Those plays are fun. Those plays are exciting. Those plays are resume builders to be like, this is how elite, this is how special this guy is. But we saw many moments where Josh Allen just has to dance around. He's like, all right, I guess I'll run. I guess I'll pick up 8 yards here. I guess I'll pick up 15. I'm going to scramble. And that's what Josh Allen does. There's times that Josh Allen could pick up another 5-10 yards, but he's like, no, I can't. I have to push the ball down the field. I have to make a play here. And that's kind of what, when a lot of people talk about Josh Allen needing to be Superman, then he's taking big hits. And Collinsworth talked about, like, you only want your quarterback to fall on his throwing shoulder so many times throughout a season. Like, it just starts to pile on. So, tough loss for the Buffalo Bills. Tough loss for Josh Allen. Big win for Drake May and the New England Patriots, not the New Orleans Patriots. But, yeah, I'm curious to see what everyone has to say about this game. Because, like I said, it had really high quality moments, high level moments with Drake May and Josh Allen for that matter. But the game itself was just messy, sloppy. And, I don't always like to just punt things and just say, oh, well, it was a divisional game. Divisional games get weird. It's like, yeah, I get that. I understand that. But that doesn't always just automatically explain away what happened. It doesn't explain away why you score 3 points and a half. Just doesn't. But I think games like this are important. I think you're better off when you do lose. Obviously you want to keep winning. But I think something about a loss really does wake teams up. And I think a loss for the Eagles and the Bills really forces you to really look in the mirror and say, hey, we need to be better right now. And this loss right here really just kind of reinforces right now in the NFL. I don't see a single dominant team. I do not see a single juggernaut. Oh gosh, this is what I had been saying. I look at the Eagles, I look at the Bills, I look at the Chiefs before the Ravens fell apart. I'm like, it's anyone's game, man. It's anyone's season. It's all up for the taking right now. It's all up for the taking, and most likely it's going to come down. Do you convert that third down with 1:30 to go in the fourth quarter? Right? Do you kick that field goal to go up by 9 now, rather than now it's a deep field goal attempt and it hits the upright, and now it's a 6-point game, right? Like it's gonna come down to that stuff that it pretty much does every single year now, every single year, and it's just like, do you convert? Yes or no? Do you score that? Did you miss that extra point? And now it's a 6-point game rather than 7-point game. Like, what's the story here? What's the story here? And so, that's why these moments, these games, it's just you're kind of practicing in that regard. You're refining that skill set to get that big stop, so your quarterback can get the ball back, to get that touchdown rather than the game tying field goal with plenty of time on the clock. And now you're on your back foot praying that the other team misses the field goal, right? So we will see. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Buffalo Bills loss 23-20? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.